brush that hair out. And then we're going to start sectioning. So we want to section this hair. This is going to be a smooth look today. We're going to go from our balance point to the top of the ear. I'm going to just pull that hair out of the way. I'm going to do the same on the other side. We're going to be starting in the crown area up top. So again, I'm going to take from the balance point, top of the ear. I just want to save the front. These are vertical partings right now, just to save that area. I'm going to be working in the crown area, so right in here, that horseshoe area, I'm going to work there first. Then what I'm going to do is put a center part, center back, and I'm also going to go to the 3-inch line. Because it's short hair, if I was to grab this hair and try and pull it into the center, it's not going to make it. So we're going to do it in 2 sections. We're going to go pull the center back in first, and then we're going to take the outside portion behind the ear, and we're going to fold that like this. I'm going to take the horseshoe area here. I want to pin that out of the way first. So I'm going to do my sectioning, so I have a plan of where I'm going to go. I'm going to pull this up. I'm just going to clip that out of the way for now. I'm going to go straight, center back, straight down the middle. Put my one part in there. So I turn her this way, right down the center back, and then just like we do in hair cutting, I'm going to go in, find that 3-inch line. I'm going to go on the other side, do the same thing. I'm going to go to that 3-inch line over here, and I want to just hold that out of the way as well. And then I'm working just with the center back, and I want to break it up into 2 sections. So here's my center. I've got 2 sections here. So I'm going to start in the top area. In the top area, we're going to go through and we're going to cushion that hair. So in here, I'm going to pick up this top piece. We brushed that set out really well. In here, I want to grab that hair, working it at the root. I want to leave the ends free. I don't need a lot of cushioning at the ends. I need my cushioning at the base. So the ends I want free because I need to work with it. I'm going to grab this hair on this side. You can use a tail comb. You can use your brush, whatever you feel you have more control with doing your cushioning. Again, having the hair sort of clipped out of the way, make sure you're staying in your sections so we can keep it. So now I'm going to take this top area here. I'm going to take a little bit of hairspray, and then I'm going to smooth her out. So we're going to take this section here. I want to brush the top. I'm going to smooth it out, and then I'm going to twist it and pin it. Cover this up, my pins anyway, but I can take it and I can give it a push here. I can twist it. So I just took my hand, turned it over. I'm going to take my bobby pins. My bobby pins, I want to go upwards. So again, bobby pin, I'm going to take one, push it in and up. And then I'm going to take the next one and I'm going to crisscross the other way. So I'm going to take my bobby pin here. I want to create that little bit of lift in at that crown area, like that. I'm going to now start on my section here. So I have my center back. I'm not worried about hiding this because I'm going to hide it with these 2 sections here. So my center back, I broke it up into 2. So the left and right side. I want to work in 2 or 3 sections. That's up to you. I'm going to do 2. I'm going to take this section over to here, this section over to here. So my next step is here. I'm going to grab this hair, and I may want to cushion it a little bit on this side. I'm going to smooth it out, give a little shot of spray. I'm going to smooth that hair out. I'm going to take my bobby pin. So again, I want to use my bobby pin in the upwards motion, so it's going up. I'm going to take it over to this side, so cross over the center. I'm going to turn it and push it in and upwards. It needs to find one of those 2 pins. If you don't find one of those 2 pins to lock into, take another pin because you want to make sure it's secure, and you're going to crisscross that bobby pin there. You're going to fan that hair out so that you're covering anything there. Then we're going to take our next section. I'm going to use a brush on this side. Go in here. I'm going to cushion. Then I'm going to smooth this hair upwards. I'm going to take my pin. So again, it's at that 3-inch line. I'm going to take my pin. I just want to take this right over, crisscross it. I'm going to find that center there, and I want to push that in there. Right, next section, which is the bottom. I'm going to grab this one. Tidy that up a little bit there as we go. Fan it out. I'm going to take my next section. I want this to be an updo, so I really want to fake this on the short hair. I want to pull it up and look like it's longer hair, so I really want to pull it upwards, not just in, but I want to go on an upwards motion. I want to take this hair, I'm going to cushion it, smooth it out. Again, I'm going to grab that bobby pin, so sometimes a little bit of hairspray helps hold the hair in place. Bobby pin is positioned upwards, so I'm going to take that. If the hair pops out, you want to grab it again. And I want to take that hair, go across and upwards to the other side. I'm not going to have a pin that it's anchoring to, so I want to go in with another bobby pin. I want to hold that tight. I'm going to go in, I'm going to find the other bobby pin that I just put in, and I want to crisscross it. I want to hug this up. This is going to get covered up. So I really just want to hug this upwards. So I'm going to take this side. This is just kind of hug that nape area in. I'm going to take this hair, give it a spray. Again, I'm going to place my bobby pin upwards. If I place it open down, the hair is going to fall out. So think up is going to hold it up. I'm going to crisscross this, so I want to cover any pins. I'm going to tuck it in a hole anywhere I can and get it to hide. So the whole idea of this centerpiece is really just to hug that hair in the center. This hair is not going to make it in, so we're going to now take this. It wouldn't have made it past the center. I'm going to start on this side. Diagonal, horizontal, the line shows up. So if I can take it on a slight angle, I'm going to take a diagonal parting. I can use a clip to hold this out of the way for now. I'm going to go in here, I'm going to cushion this. I'm going to take my brush, hold that hair, smooth it out. It is not going to go over the middle. It is going to stop before then. I'm going to take this. I'm going to turn my bobby pin over and push it in here. Here. I'm going to take my next section. I'm going to cushion this, and I want this to come in and cover over here. So here, I'm going to cushion, smooth this out. It doesn't have to go past the center, it just needs to hide that hole. So I'm going to smooth her out. I'm going to grab my pin, place my pin where I want that roughly to go in. I'm going to push that in. I'm going to take some hairspray, finish her up. Want this end in, and also just push it up. And use some hairspray. I want to make sure I'm filling any little gaps that are there. I'm going to do the other side. So I'm going to go to the other side here. Again, I want to do it on a diagonal. I'm going to go do the bottom center. So if I'm pulling it here, this can go into here. It doesn't have to go all the way to the center. I'm going to grab my bobby pin. I'm going to place my bobby pin upwards. Again, I'm going to take, remember that body heat in your hands? It's going to help hold those pieces in. I want to grab it on the outside. I'm going to smooth this in, and it only goes so far. So again, not going into the center. Just want to work on the outside bit. And I'm trying to get it into about that 3-inch line. I'm going to smooth it out. I'm going to grab the hair. I'm going to turn it. I'm going to take it the other way. So pin upwards. Turn that pin over. So I'm going to take that pin, turn it over, and I'm going to slide it. I'm going to take my hairspray, give her a little spray. I'm going to use my comb. And I just want it to smooth into that center. I want to blend this out, tuck it in. So we have both sides coming in. You did the middle section first. This one doesn't have to go all the way over. This one stops here, stops here, stops here, stops here. So you can blend it in that way. We're going to go take a look. There's your back portion tucked up. You want that nape area up, smooth on the sides, nape area up, smooth on the sides. We're going to go do the front. The front, you can be creative and finish this off. So again, this doesn't have to, and it won't go all the way to the back. It might just go to here, and I'm going to tuck it and pin it in there. So again, I'm going to take that hair, just add cushioning on the back side. I'm going to grab it in this direction. I want to grab it in my hand, smooth it out. Put my pin in upwards. So grab it again. I need to move myself just over here a little bit. I take that hair, I turn it around. So I've got my end, turn it around, tuck that pin in. Smooth this out. I'm going to go do the other side. So that's been pulled back. On the other side, same thing on this side. So I'm going to take diagonal parting so that it doesn't show up when I pull that hair back so much. I want to just save this piece out of the way for now. So I'm going to pin that up here, cushion it, smooth it out. This piece, I want to grab that hair. I'm going to put my pin upwards. I grab the pin. I turn it around, and I want to grab this excess hair that's on the end, turn it around, and tuck that pin. There's that side. Now we're just going to finish off in the front. Again, I want to just cushion on the outside, grab it from behind. Put my pin upwards, turn my bobby pin over, and push it in. Then I'm going to go to this side. So over here, again, you're deciding how do you want this to show off. So you can show off your wave if you want to. You can cushion that wave, or you can pull it all in tight. So I'm going to take just this last bit here, and I'm going to take this piece. I want to grab that with my bobby pin, turn. I'm going to go over to this side. Again, I want to turn it over and pin it upwards. Okay? And then I just want to kind of show off this wave. Like that, and hide that in. So I've got my finger wave on this side, that little bit of bang. Again, you can pull it tight if you want to pull it tight and lock it in. It's up to you. I've got the part on the top. And then I did this side, tucked it in, smooth in the back in different sections, and then on this side, okay?